Hello, my beautiful and wonderful Cliniko family. April is so close and a lot of you are probably clawing for the holiday weekend to begin, so let's just keep the updates short and sweet.
2 hours later.
I'm just kidding, it won't take that long, or will it? Either way, let's get started with Cliniko This Week. To start, this past week we've had a number of bug fixes. The newly added I accept checkbox for the privacy policy in terms of use on online booking is now correctly aligned. On the Invoices page, if you were trying to edit an invoice of a patient that was deleted, we fixed the error messages that were coming up. Also related to error messages, if you ever tried to save or update an expense and it was showing you my best friend something went wrong, he's an old friend from high school. My bestie will bother you no more, and you should properly see any fixes that are required appear on your screen. Finally, we now display the correct tax amount, if applicable, when changing your Cliniko subscription plan. The tax was always correct on the invoice, but not the initial pop-up that appears when selecting a new plan. Now, in regards to updates, as I mentioned last week, our team has been reviewing what information is sent over to Xero. Last week, we started pushing emails again, and this week we're now re-pushing phone numbers and addresses. We've also tweaked how contacts are updated in Xero. Once we sync a patient over to Xero after their first invoice is synced, we will now automatically update their contact information in Xero, so name, phone, address, and email, whenever there are changes made within Cliniko. Another change implemented was to expenses, specifically the data export of expenses. Previously, the duration was based on when the expense was initially entered or created within Cliniko. This made exporting a bit tricky though if you entered past or future expenses. So if you entered an expense for today for 1 million seaweed snacks you purchased in January, you would have had to set the duration for your expenses export to today/March. Now it's based on the actual expenses date, so those snacks you bought in January will appear properly in the expense export set for January. Now please help me eat those snacks. That's it for this week's changes and updates in Cliniko, but of course, I'll be back. Enjoy your weekend and holiday, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye!